Hey YouTube, Sky here, talking about The Strangers Prey at Night, aka Strangers 2. This is a sequel, sorted, to the 2008 movie The Strangers, I say, because there's really barely any connection. It's the same killers, but nothing else, and there's not really much of a story to them. Anyway, the first one's kind of a modern classic. A lot of people love this first one. I just rewatched it recently, a couple days ago, for like the first time since like 2008. Movie's okay. I think it's a great concept that the first one I don't think was executed that well. I think it had a decent amount of issues. I think it had some pacing issues, and it's in general could have been more exciting to me. But and the first one was alright. Not bad, but I think could have been a lot better. I really like the trailers for this one. I have a trailer reaction up, and I enjoyed the first trailer for this new one. But then this movie's been getting really shit on by the critics, by like all the critics, and even most normal people. The audience score's not good on Rotten Tomatoes either. I loved it. This movie surpassed my expectations. This movie's actually a big surprise for me. It's way better than the original. I enjoyed based everything about it. I can see this movie being good, easy rewatch. I'm gonna want to rewatch it a bunch. I probably won't have time, but if I could, I would love to see it more in the theater. I really had a great time with this movie. It's not. I have a slight negative or so to say, but not much. And yeah, the first one was mostly all in a house and was more like a home invasion thriller. And the people in the killers in that one kind of mess with them and toyed with them a lot more first before they actually did anything. And this one opens it up a lot. This one takes place in like a trailer park, and most places in like what and then the outside and it's a big like cat and mouse like chases them. The main character is trying to survive and get away from killers, but there's less like psychological like messing with them. It gives this movie a very different style and tone than the first one. This one basically feels, this one's more like a slasher. This movie is very much so reminiscent of like Halloween or Friday the 13th, those type of movies, and also like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Nightmare on Elm Street, slashers, which I'm a big fan of. I love slashers. I really like the score and soundtrack of this movie, and the score and soundtrack of this movie is definitely influenced by those movies. It's very Carpenter-esque, like John Carpenter. It's very like 70s and 80s kind of inspired, which is kind of random. Like there's no real reason for that, but I don't care. I really liked it. It was a very fun soundtrack and score, and gave the whole movie a very fun vibe. Also very creepy and scary vibe, but it was also fun too. But yeah, I loved that. I thought that was really cool. The characters in this one to me were a lot better. I liked them way more. The first people were, the couple in the first one were alright. I didn't dislike them. I thought they were fine, but I like this family a lot more. I was a lot more invested in them. I really enjoyed and cared for all the characters in this movie. When stuff happened and a couple people died in the movie, I was actually really sad. I actually was kind of upset, which I wasn't expecting that, but I did. They were good people I cared about, which is, I think, whenever you do care about, if you actually care about characters in a horror movie, that makes it way more effective, way more suspenseful and scary, because you care about what's happening, and I definitely got that in this movie. Because of that, this movie was very suspenseful and intense, at least to me. I've heard a lot of people say it's not, which I don't get that, because to me it was, but yeah, to me this movie was very suspenseful and intense. I was on the edge of my seat like the entire time. The daughter is played by Bailey Madison, who I just want to say I've been a fan of hers for a long time. I think since Bridge to Terabithia, and I've seen her in a few other things over the years. Once Upon a Time, Are You Afraid of the Dark, I think it was called, or Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. She's been some other things I've seen. I've been a fan of hers for a long time. I really liked her for a while, and she was great in this movie. Like I'm even more so a fan of her now. She was fantastic in this movie. She was. The character was great. I honestly really like the character itself besides her, but I think she added something to the character. She was probably one of like the best characters in a horror movie in a long time, at least up there. She's in the ranks as like one of the best ever. Yeah, she was really great. And the other cast was good too. You got Christina Hendricks and Martin Henderson are the parents. They were good. There's a brother character. Lewis Pullman plays him. Never heard of him before, but he was pretty good too. All the acting was really good. They all acted very well. They all acted very good, and yeah, it was good acting. And I liked the way the story went. It was a different direction than the first, and different than I might have predicted. Not like anything too crazy. Some people would predict that would go this way, but I thought it's different than I was expecting. And I like the way the story went. And I mean, if I'm going to spoilers, the last scene is pretty interesting and kind of ballsy. At first some people say they don't like it, which I kind of thought I didn't at first too, but I do like it. Usually I like there to be some kind of reason or motive or story with like a villain in a movie, and then there's just no reason for them in this movie. But in a way, I've thought about it a lot, and in a way I think it's honestly, I mean, it's scarier because like it's random, like they're not like just, they're not being tortured and killed for some vendetta against them or something, like it's just random, and that's kind of makes it scarier to me. These movies are very realistic. They very easily could happen, and I find that kind of scary. I wouldn't want most movies to be like that, but I kind of like it for this one. In general, this movie has a lot of really cool sequences. There's a lot I enjoyed, but one in particular everybody's highlighting, and I agree, it's great. It's like this whole pool sequence. I basically enjoyed like this entire movie. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. I basically loved it all. It's got a lot of creepy moments, a lot of really good, a lot of good moments and creepy stuff with the killers, and in general, it was just really intense and suspenseful to me. And yeah, it was a blast. Scary and creepy while also being a fun retro kind of throwback vibe to it. It was kind of, had fun as well. I do have a slight complaint though. I mean, not much though, but I do have to say, I mean, the characters are, they make a couple of stupid moments. I've heard that's a major complaint I've heard a lot of people say, like the characters are so stupid and stuff. I don't think that. I think mostly they act appropriately and do what they should, but there's a couple moments, like I'm thinking like two basically exactly that I can think of, where they make some wrong choices and they do some stupid stuff, but it's not that bad. It's not, and honestly they were worse than the first one to me. But yeah, I do have to knock it down a little bit for a couple of stupid choices that the characters makes. But other than that, this movie's a blast. It had great performances. It's very memorable. It's got a very fun vibe to it. Honestly, I would love to go see this movie again. I'm very pleasantly surprised by this movie. If you're into like slasher movies like I am, like I know a lot of people, I definitely am. If you're into this, like the old slasher movies and stuff, then I think if you're into that genre, then you definitely should like this movie. Like I would be surprised if you don't, if you are like a big horror slasher fan. I am gonna give this movie an A. I think it's an A for me. I loved it. And that's my thoughts on The Strangers, Prayer Night. Let me know what you think in the comments down below if you've seen it. Click like if you like this video, share, subscribe, whatever, and thanks for watching. Bye.